Welcome to Wellness Thursday. As part of Savour Kilkenny, we're delighted to be here today to talk to you. I'm Jackie from Optimal Health and Performance, and this is Laura Langton, sports psychologist. We're here today to discuss fueling students for exam success.
Hi everyone, I'm Laura. I'm going to start with talking about exercise and the importance of exercise during the academic year to help fuel and help you achieve better successes in your exams. So first of all, I'll talk, I suppose, about the benefits of physical activity. We all know that it obviously helps with our keep a healthy BMI, our body mass index. It helps improve our cardiovascular fitness. It also helps to clear your head really after a long day of stress and studying. So to get out in the fresh air in the evenings or in the mornings will really help to either set you up for the day or to cheer you up after a long day of study. I suppose I also wanted to talk about the fact that studies are more and more finding the correlation between continuing exercising during exam years and achieving higher grades in school. So that's really important and a great way to know that even though you are still exercising, you don't need to feel guilty for it. That's actually the best thing you can possibly do to help stimulate your mind and your brain and to achieve better grades. I suppose the main thing with regard to exercise that maybe we don't always think about, but if we think about the World Health Organization, who recommends that we actually get 150 minutes of moderate to vigorous activity a week of exercise. So I suppose if we wanted to break that up, if you think about it, it's 30 minutes lots of exercise a week. So even getting out for a brisk walk in the mornings before school or before study, or definitely in the evenings, is a great way to get into exercise. Jackie's now going to talk to you about nutrition and the benefits that having a healthy diet can have for exam years.
Yeah, so nutrition is really important. It's fueling your body with the correct nutrition, and your brain in particular needs to be fueled well so you can study and you can retain the information that you need. Okay, so the different food groups, it's important to get a good balance, and food groups are protein, fats, carbohydrates, vitamins and minerals and water. The most important for your brain are carbohydrates and fats, mainly carbohydrates. Just to give you an idea of the fats that you should be having: eggs, nuts, seeds, avocados, dairy, they're all really good fats for your brain. But carbohydrates are the main source of fuel for your brain, so really important not to skip these and have a good balance throughout the whole day. You get your carbohydrates from fruit, vegetables, brown pasta, whole grain bread, couscous, rice, all very important sources. Try and keep away from processed carbohydrates. They really won't do your body any good.
Okay, perfect. I suppose now I'm going to talk about maybe for people that aren't getting in the exercise, now that we've talked about getting the 150 minutes in a week, how we go about that or how to integrate it back into your week. So I suppose we're looking at action planning and planning in advance and setting down, I suppose from a psychology point of view, it's setting down concrete goals that you're saying, okay, on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday, I'm going to go for a 45-minute walk on each of those 3 days. So that's brilliant. They're concrete plans. You know you're going to do them. You know you're going to stick to them. You fit them in around extracurriculars that you know you're definitely going to do them. And I suppose another thing is looking at exercise cues. I know Jackie might talk to you in a minute, but around main meals, when I was chatting to Jackie before this, we were saying, like, if I eat a big meal, I always feel real sluggish and sleepy after it. So I was just saying to Jackie, God, that would be an ideal time to get out for a brisk 10-15 minute walk after a meal before you go straight back into the study again. It'll really wake you up, get a bit of fresh air into your lungs, and you'll feel 100 times better after it.
I always find that you're clearer, you're much more productive after exercise.
Yeah, definitely, you're fresh. Yeah. And we were even saying about like getting up. I used to run in the nights, and then I was finding I was getting lazy in the nights when I come home from work. So sometimes, like you were saying, Jackie, it's great if you get up in the morning and even get in a quick 20-minute jog or a walk. It really sets you up for the day.
Yeah, completely. The whole mindset change.
Yeah. So we're going to go through some top tips, I suppose, for exercise and then nutrition. So Jackie, if you want to chat through one of yours there first.
Yeah, so your brain is made up of 85% water. Really important to hydrate properly. If you are dehydrated, you can cause daytime fatigue, headaches and reduced performance. So aim to have 1.5 to 2 litres of water per day. If you don't drink enough water, even adding in an extra glass of water every day is really a good start. So try that for a week. You'll notice your energy levels will increase. Also, if you need a sugar boost, try and go for natural sugars like from fruit Also soups are great, so vegetable soup is a really good one. It's also very handy that you can have it even while you're studying. Laura?
I suppose one of my tips, to increase exercise adherence and to make sure that we actually stick to our plans is to buddy up. So if you have a friend that lives in the local area that is within your 5 kilometre radius at the moment, I suppose with COVID, it's to talk to them at the start of the week and say, listen, I'm thinking of going for a walk on Monday night and Wednesday night, are you around? And then you've made a plan and you're a lot more likely to stick to it if someone else is involved as well and doing it with you. I suppose family members as well are great, parents are great. I remember 10 years ago now nearly, when I was doing my leaving cert, my mum and dad were great. They'd get up and go out with me in the evening after the exam for a walk, and it really kind of clears your head to get rid of one exam and sets you up for the next one to do your little bit of study then after it.
Okay, so another top tip is to eat protein and carbohydrates together, because if you eat protein with carbs, it balances your blood sugars better. Eat regularly and avoid leaving long gaps between meals and snacks. And another one is to make sure that not through the food, but make sure that your room temperature is suitable for you, that it's not too hot and not too cold. Laura?
Perfect. I suppose because it's back, we're coming into winter now and we're kind of chilly here at the moment. But I suppose some days you're going to get up and you're going to look out and it's going to be lashing rain and you're going to say, I have no more intention of going out for a walk or a run and that. So I suppose being realistic coming into the winter months, and with COVID everyone has kind of done a lot more online with the gyms being closed and everything, and I suppose just 2 things that I found really helpful were the Couch to 5k app, which is great to kind of boost to get you back into exercise again. You download that for free, there's loads of availability of it in the App Store and the Play Store. And I suppose it brings you through like a 30-day program to get you from walking to jogging 5 kilometres, which is brilliant, and it's so achievable. It's very doable, and I'd highly recommend it to anyone that's a little bit nervous about exercise or hasn't done anything before. It's kind of like a little friend with you, bringing you along the way. I found that great. And then another one is Yoga with Adrian. She has a YouTube channel, and I found her excellent during lockdown. For days that you don't really feel like getting out and vigorous, that it kind of calms you down a little bit, and you're still getting your exercise minutes in, but in a lot more calming way. So even that as a wind down at the end of a long day of study could be great.
Great idea. It's also to have it's a good idea to have a nice focus as well, outside of studying too.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so also eating dark green leafy veg, because it's full of vitamin K and your B vitamins, and it's really good for helping you keep alert as well. Seeds are very good with the magnesium and potassium, so those minerals are really helpful too for helping keep alert. Try to eat your breakfast before exams. I know the exams will be coming up in January and February. If you find you're hungry during the exams, try and have a snack beforehand, because that will minimise distractions as well.
In terms of, I suppose with that, Jackie, in terms of a breakfast, because I know, say when I was doing exams, even in college and stuff as well, I used to have a dodgy tummy in the morning. I'd be feeling a little bit sick or nervous. So what are kind of very easy things to eat if you don't actually feel like eating kind of a full meal, if you're not able to?
Yeah, so some people find porridge very easy to digest, and even you can put your seeds on your porridge, which would be great as well. Okay. Smoothies are really handy as well. Or even just some toast. With just jam or honey, so you're getting your carbs there.
You're probably getting your little bit of sugar.
Absolutely.
To wake you up a little bit with that as well.
Yeah. If you do find, like I said, that you're hungry going into your exams, if you can eat scrambled eggs and toast would be ideal, because you're getting some protein and carbs, so your balances the blood sugar a bit longer.
Brilliant. Okay. Jackie, I think you were going to talk just before we finished about a little bit outside of nutrition, I suppose, but about relaxation and... Yeah, so just some things for... This is a little small bottle. You can buy it in any health food shop, and it's little drops of oil. So this one is a lavender oil. It's really good for helping to relax. So if you're going into an exam and you just feeling a little bit nervous, you could actually just put a little couple of drops onto your jumper sleeve, and just there, it's just a very, very nice relaxing scent, and it does help to calm you down a bit as well. It's also very helpful to help you sleep, so a couple of drops on a tissue, not too many, literally 2 drops on a tissue is enough. You can also get a version of peppermint and rosemary as well, which are really good for mental sharpness and memory recall, so to use it during study, and also then to have the scent around you during your exams too. And again, I can't say enough about water as well. Just make sure that you're not getting dehydrated. You don't want that brain fog from either. Brilliant. I suppose to finish up, thanks on behalf of myself and Jackie. We hope you enjoyed the video and got some useful information and tips and ideas from it.
Just going to look at some of those snacks we were talking about here. I brought along some today that are very, very easy to make. So this one here is our beetroot brownie. Beetroots are really good brain foods as well, so they help, there's nitrates in them and they help promote oxygen through the blood. I don't tend to tell the kids the beetroots are in them, but they don't even taste them, but they're very good for them. And who says no to a brownie? Also, energy balls are really handy, very, very small, but they're packed with seeds and a little bit of, I used honey in those, so they're great as well, and a little bit of oil for good fats too. And here we have two versions of porridge bread. It's not your plain porridge bread. This one has walnuts and raisins in it just to get a little bit of sweetness, and this one has dark chocolate and apricot, so we're going through your dried fruits there and a little bit of chocolate, but also then your oats are your slow release energy as well. And also these brownies are actually gluten free too. Brilliant. Okay. Thanks very much everyone, hope you enjoyed that.
Thanks everyone. Bye.
We can be contacted on optimalhealthandperformance.ie.
And you'll find me, Laura Langton Therapy, on Instagram and Facebook.